Okay, so welcome to this brand new video. And in this video, as I told you in the previous video, I'm going to show you how you can create the multiplication table from 2 to 5, or you can continue to the rest where you want to stop. So I'm going to take you through how you can create a multiplication table using C++. So this project is entirely on multiplication table. Okay, so you can follow along. We are going to create 2 times, 3 times, to the limit or that our time can permit. So what do we do is that our integer, our variable, integer variable. So we have int, right, int number. Okay, or we can give it a name like multiplier. All right, here. Then we can say another one that I want to set is the product. So an integer. So, and then I'm just going to, if you don't know what I'm doing now, since they belong to the same data type, you can just write them on one line like this. So that is exactly what we have done. So while, and then we're going to write multiplier is less than, we are counting up to 12, so you can say it's up to 12, whilst the multiplier is up to 12. We can say multiplier plus plus. All right, so that stands it. And then what we are going to add right here is that we're going to check, we're going to tell our code to multiply and the number or the multiplier by a certain number, which it is what we are going to use. So we are saying the multiplier should be assigned to the product. So we're going to call the product here. You know, the product is a multiplication element. So product equals multiplier by 2. So it's a 2 times multiplication data or table. So multiplier by 2. So we can now say C out the product. All right, so we are now counting the product right here. So let's run and see before we can add any other thing. So it's a good practice to always run your code to see what you have done before you continue. All right, so let me say this. All right, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8 that's just been printed together. So I'm just going to end the line right here and run it again using this. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, all the way to 24. All right, so that is the multiplication table of 2 up to 12 that we all know. So I'm just going to add some certain things to it that will make it fascinating. So I'm going to say product. Here I'm going to say the multiplier. So I'm going to count then from there. So 1 to the last one. So I'm going to say multiplier, and then I'll add my parenthesis right here. So that is 1 parenthesis, and then moves on. So you see, and then I'm going to say this. So I'm just going to write something like 2. Here I will say 2 times, and then I'll bring my multiplier right here, and then add it to it. So what's going to say multiplier, that is, if it is 1, you say 1, and then a parenthesis closing it, and say 2 times multiplier equals this. So I can add a string of an equal sign here. I'm going to use this one. It's not acting as an assignment, it's within the string. So what is it saying? That if it is 1, it said 1, 2 times 1 equals product, which is 2 times 1. Okay, 2. And then if it is 2, it's going to say 2 times 2 equals 4. That's the product. So let's run and see if that works. So we run it and see 1, 2 times 1 equals 2, 2 times 2 equals 4, 2 times 3 equals 6, 2 times 4 equals. So now we are done creating our 2 times multiplication table. You can add more, say up to 100 is going to do exactly that for you, that the limit you want to. So this code actually calculates the 2 times multiplication table. What we can do here is to, let me change this back to 12. The only thing we can change right here when we want to do more or change it to maybe 3 times, you can have to change the multiplier from here and then change this. All right, that's the only thing we will do. So when we run, it's going to do a multiplication of 3. So let's run and see. So we have 3 times 1 3, 3 times 2 6, 3 times 3 9, 3 times 4 12. All right, so we have that one also right here. We can change it to 5, change this to 5 as well, and then run it, and then we have 5 1 5, 5 2 10, 5 3 15. So this is exactly how we want to create it. You can continue, maybe change, make it 12, and then it's to see how it works. So all right, so we have 10 1 12, 12 1 12, 12 2 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, all the way to 144, which is 12 by 12. So this is how we can write a code to do multiplication of numbers starting from 2 to whatever you want to. Somebody is asking, can we do 1000? Yeah, you can actually do 1000. Let's do 100. Okay, so we do 100 multiplication table for 100. So we can do exactly that. It's very easy. Okay, so 100 100 200 300 400 900 1000 1000 1000 2. All right, so yeah, we can do all these things with just 17 lines of code, right? So that is exactly how it works to create a multiplication table. You can do the same for division or the other multiply, or the other operators that we know, the division and other things. You can still want to work it out on that, maybe the modulo, everything that has to be done in that way, you can use that. So this is how we create a multiplication table from 2 to your number that you want to. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, I want you to do well to subscribe, like this video, and share to others. Now the next video I'm going to create is to check if a number is even or odd. Okay, and we're back shortly with that video.